People come to the emergency room to have their lives saved.
Resuscitation complete. Good.
But as Americans live longer and longer, the emergency room is not the best place to begin a conversation about how you want to live the rest of your life, or even how you want to die.
You know where you are?
Tough choices about which treatments and how much treatment become a guessing game, often powered by guilt. Palliative care specialist Carrie Lapham.
One family member may say, no, we need to do this. We have to do everything. And another family member that is saying, we just have to make her comfortable.
But that rarely happens in what might just be the best place to die in America, La Crosse, Wisconsin, home to Gundersen Lutheran Hospital. Here, an astounding 96% of the patients have a game plan for life and death. It's called an advance directive. It starts with a very tough, very honest meeting they call Next Steps.
Tell me what you know about Paul's condition.
He's not going to get better. And we know that.
Paul, what do you hope for with your current plan of care?
Give me as much time as I can get. But keep me comfortable.
Paul and Jean Pearson have been married 21 years, a second marriage for both. This is what real love and devotion looks like.
If you were having a good day, what would that day be like?
I'd probably be fishing.
You'd be fishing.
And she'd be with me. She's more important to me than anything.
Paul Pearson has inoperable lung cancer. He and Jean don't want there to be any doubt about how he wants to live out the rest of his life.
This discussion.
So in this meeting, run by Jackie Cartman, a nurse practitioner, Paul and Jean face their decisions and fears head on. We were there to witness the process, which is as emotional as it is profound.
Paul, what worries you about your illness? What fears do you have?
Breathing is going to be a problem, and probably having to go to a nursing home.
What about going to a nursing home?
It's being stuck there. I don't want to be a burden to her.
This is really a gift that you're giving to your family, because at some point, if they're needing to make a decision, they can go back to this and say, yes, this is hard, this is difficult, but this is what Mom or this is what Dad really wanted.
Take a deep breath for me.
One of the things they've learned here is all this talking about how you want to die, in many cases, helps people live longer, and incredibly enough, costs less. At Gundersen, patients in the last 6 months of life spent half as many days in the hospital as the national average. Bud Hammis has a PhD in philosophy from Notre Dame. He led the Gundersen team that came up with this better way to die.
The cost of care goes down because we're not taking them back to the hospital and doing all these expensive things they don't want.
Some people will see this, though, and say, it looks like they're trying to talk people out of care.
That's not the philosophy. We really want to understand the patient's perspective. We want to understand the patient's values.
The Pearsons don't feel like victims of their circumstances. In fact, just the opposite.
This is not the movie that you thought you were going to be in these years of your life.
No. But it's life.
We're going to keep going as long as it can.